Guys, welcome back to my channel. How to stop switching side hustles and stop hustling and actually start picking a business that you can work through and not just do a little bit and then switch. Because this is a really common thing I see across peers my age and people who are trying to start a business. They start a business, they do it for like 2 or 3 weeks, right? And then once they don't see results, they subconsciously start trying to switch to a different thing. And that's where they start doing a business for a month, 2 months, 3 months. And then when they see that there are no substantial results, they subconscious, like even before the 3 months ends, right? For example, as they're working on that business for a few weeks and they don't see results, they're already subconsciously trying to look for the next thing, right? And that's where it causes a lot of issues for you when you're trying to build your business, because those initial weeks, those initial months are probably the hardest um, time for your business to um, start seeing momentum. But once you start building that momentum and you keep going and pushing through, then you will start seeing really small results. And that can really motivate you to push even more. And I think people don't realize that when you're first starting, it's really, really hard to see any kind of result. Even like if you're working for 3 months, it's really hard. And if you are working for 3 months on your business, there's a good chance that you have a full-time job on the as your main source of income, and you're doing this as a side hustle, or maybe you're a student, right? And when you are working on a business, on an online business as a side hustle, there's a good chance you're not putting full 12-hour days or 8-hour days, right? And as a result, the momentum that you're building takes way longer. And this is what people don't realize. The amount of time they're putting is not enough, even if they're working for 3 months, right? So one thing that I would recommend is that you start tracking your hours. So for example, let's say you want to put 1,000 hours onto building your business, right? So you can start tracking that daily. Let's say you can work for 7 hours a day on the weekends, and then you can work only for 3 hours a day on the weekdays because you have a job or you're a student, right? So you can start tracking that, and then based on those tracked hours, you can see the momentum you're building, right? So that you're not just blindly um, working on your business and not seeing the metrics and the data, right? So once you start tracking these numbers, it gives you a sense of accomplishment, and even without seeing any results from your business, right? So when you start tracking these numbers, and you see it keep going up and up and up, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment, because you're seeing that you're actually making progress, even though you're not seeing the results yet. And I think once you keep getting close to that target number of hours that you have, you will be surprised that you will start to see results on your business as well. So do not get into the trap of changing your side hustles. Pick one and actually work hard to see results in it. People have the talent and people are willing to put in the hard work, but they quit because they don't see results. And again, as I talked about this before, quitting is the number one thing that causes most of these side hustles to fail. And if you follow that tracking metrics that I explained to you before, I think you will not fall into this trap of quitting early. And also, the type of business you're starting, the kind of service you're providing, it should be very simple. You do not want to make your business really complicated and do like multiple things that you even lose track of, right? So when you're first starting your business, you want to make sure that it's really simple. You're solving only one problem for that one specific niche, right? And once you do that, it becomes really simple for you to present your product or service to your potential clients, and it becomes really easy for them to actually see if you can help them, right? And on the other hand, if you have a service where it's really hard for your potential clients to see what you're offering, and like they get confused when you're doing your sales demo, and they're not sure if this product can actually help them, then it becomes a little bit more of a hard sell. And also for yourself, when it's just you and you're trying to start your business and you have like multiple services that you're providing, it's like it gets complicated, right? And you don't have that same level of understanding, and like you're not as ready as you would be if you're only providing one service and you've practiced your script for like 100 times, and you've already talked to someone else before this call about that specific service, right? So simple service is always when so tracking your hours. So start tracking your hours, and I would say give it 30 days and commit to one side hustle for 30 days. Track all your hours. After 30 days, you can take some time to analyze and see if what you're doing actually makes sense for you to continue for another month. Keep tracking your hours and keep putting in the hard work, right? After another 30 days, you do another analysis. You see how far you've come based on the hours you've tracked and see if you need to make any tweaks, right? After that, you do it for another 30 days, so for a total of 3 months. And then at the end of those 90 days, you want to take a pause and actually see that the amount of progress you've made, and if you want to continue this, and if you see a long-term vision for this business you've started, right? Because now you've put in the hard work, and you should be starting to see some kind of result by the end of the 90 days, and tracking everything and hitting your um, target hours goal, right? So I think this is the best way to go about it. And when you're starting your business, and when you and when you're starting your business and you're trying to sell your product, the the number one thing you're going to do is outreach, right? So you want to outreach these local businesses, try to sell your service or whatever type of niche you're in, right? And for that, you're going to need a script. For the AI receptionist business that I was working on, I would reach out to local businesses, try to sell my service, and I have the exact scripts that helped me get clients and get bookings through Instagram and through email marketing. So if you want those exact scripts and emails that I used, not only when doing the outreach, but also when getting on the phone and trying to show my product and close the deal. If you want those exact scripts, go to the link in the description, put in your email, and then it'll automatically send you a PDF with all those scripts and instructions. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, put them down below. And thank you very much for watching this video.